We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those.
Something big about to happen. I hear the beat tapping. We some fly rhyming felines rapping on the track. Better yet, grab a gat, cause we hot like Enzo. Doors closed, windows up, cause that's the way we like to ride. Windy City hitting. Check mic 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Hey Chicago, and welcome back to Speak Your Mind Radio. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Queen Star, aka Miss Hip Hop. And it's Fresh Music Friday. Actually, it's late night Fresh Music Friday, so y'all might not catch this episode until midnight Saturday night. Okay, so let's get started. Joining us tonight are three dope and amazing musicians. And I actually like to call them the superhero friends. And the reason
long name.
The reason why I call them that is because they have been nothing but simply themselves and real and genuine and true, not only to each other, y'all, but to other people that may have literally, been affected by the virus financially or physically. They've been out there protesting with Black Lives Matter. They've been out there doing food drives and, working around people in these hospitals. And it's crazy. So, so without further ado, you guys, I would like to introduce to you the heart of New York City.
Oh, dang.
Come on now.
Yes, I've been watching. I am Chelsea, Descendant MC, and my boy, Tech, RQ Tech. Yeah, guys.
Hey, what's going on, fam?
What's good, man?
How are you?
So, I'm very good. Thank you for asking.
First of all, I love the background. Like,
yeah, that's fire.
It reminds me, even though I live in the Bronx, I see that a lot, but it's fire. I just had to say something that's dope. I like it.
It looked like street art on the streets of New York, huh?
Honestly, it does. It does.
That's dope as hell to me.
Even that though is so rare. Like I feel like you don't see that as often. Like street art, I think that's what makes it pop more when you do see it. Like, oh, street art.
You know, it's so crazy. I feel like I saw it more in Toronto than I did here.
For real?
Now, yeah. Back in the day, though, New York used to be
with gentrification going on, it's not as
you catch it every now and then, but like
it's certain areas.
In Toronto, there's an area called Graffiti Alley. Oh my God, it's so freaking fire.
Toronto, is that in Canada?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's where Drake is from. 666.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for sure.
Canada, eh?
Yeah.
They really talk like that?
Yes.
Nah, it's
some of them.
It's not as we be dragging it.
Oh, okay.
Like they'll say it, but it'll be casual. They'll be like, "What do you mean?" Eh? Like,
that a boot is real though. Instead of about a boot.
But it's not as harsh as we say.
It's real.
They don't go, "What are you talking about?" It's not like that.
What was the accent? Okay, I'm sorry.
Right.
Miss Hip Hop, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Canada, we love you.
Oh, I said we. I'm my ass bipolar as hell. I said I love y'all too. Oh, for real. Okay, so let's get started, like guys. I usually do an icebreaker question, and I just want to ask you guys one question. So do y'all think radio is dead? Like, and if so, why or why not?
Wait, what do you mean? Like radio play or like radio stations or?
Radio play for independent artists, so to speak, and just independent artists, underground artists, period.
I wouldn't say it's dead. I would more so say it's nowhere near as effective or impactful as it once was. People still listen to the radio, but it's more of like a streaming world that we live in. You know what I mean? Like today's radio would be equivalent, I feel like, to blog placements or Spotify playlist placements, or I feel like those are more effective nowadays as opposed to, I got my song on the radio. Don't get me wrong, like it's a blessing when you hear your record on stations that you used to you grew up listening to. It's like, yo, that's crazy. But maybe like 10 years ago, I felt like it might have been more effective then, personally.
Wow.
It's so funny that you say that, like just piggybacking off of what Tech said. So to answer the question, I think it depends on where you live.
Yes.
I think that it might be more effective, like in the Midwest or like, but some of your major markets, like in LA or New York, maybe it's not as effective. But in the same breath, I would say it's effective for an artist as far as like those punchy punchlines, if that makes sense. So I'm sure you guys have experienced this, but we've all three had like plays on Sway in the Morning. There's been Hot 97, but when you get those bookings, they're quick. Like a host is quick to be like, yeah, they played on Sway in the Morning, they played on Hot 97. Like even though it might not, as a listener, you're like, no, I'm not listening to that for real. But like when you go out and perform, those are some of the first things that they mention. Oh, they just got a Pitchfork article. Like people still mention it. It might not be as effective as far as getting you out there, but I feel like it's still a part of your bio, if that makes sense.
It's something recognizable you can attach yourself to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Hot 97. Oh, right. I'm gonna take a listen now.
Even though they don't listen to it on a regular anyway. Like
I was I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I would say it depends on your impact on being on those radio stations. For instance, I was on Sway in the Morning. Well, you know, like they said, somebody hears Sway in the Morning, I don't really listen to that. But I've seen the impact that it had of being on Sway in the Morning. Fans or people who actually found me, because they didn't, you know, they don't say your Instagram or anything. They just say your name, your bio, or whatever. They actually came and found me. It was like, yo, I've been, like, people DMing me, like, yo, I've been looking for you. And I finally found you. Where is such and such? Where's the other person on the track? Who's the producer?
Yep.
I'm glad you caught that.
That's not before we get copyright strike.
Right. Shout out to the gospel. Amen.
But anyway, I feel like it all depends on what you do with it, how you make of it. You know what I mean? Or what you bring out of it, the impact that you get. And I've been in contact with some of these people through social media to this day because I was on Sway in the Morning, because they heard me on Chuck D's radio station. It's an underground radio station. But I get so many followers and so many people who listen to my music because Chuck D played my song, or Sway in the Morning said, yo, your song is dope. Or Hot 97, although it may be 2, 3, or 6 in the morning, or you know, midnight, but it's still there. People still listen. So you never. Lupe Fiasco said this. It was about record sales though. You know, everyone's so caught up with being platinum. Like 500,000 copies isn't enough. And he was just like, count to 500,000. He said, by the time you get to 100, you're gonna be mad at me because you got to count to 500,000. So you can't, just because you may not see the numbers, or the people around you or your peers or your area may not seem it's big. It still is. People still listen, people still support, people still follow you, people still buy your music because your songs were played on the radio. So I think it's still there. It's just what the artist makes of it, of that opportunity.
I think also to add on to that, I think it's kind of like what Chelsea was saying too, like at least more so, like the big cities or the places where people, I guess, would go to like, I'm trying to make it in hip hop, like the New Yorks, the Atlantas, whatever. I feel like those radio stations, at least, let me just speak for New York. Okay. In New York, it feels like radio has not been as effective in the sense of they may not support New York. They do, but it's not like how you see cats in Atlanta supporting Atlanta artists or in other states. Because I remember every time I go to Atlanta, I get put onto a new artist just by hearing the radio. I'm like, yo, who that? I could go to. I live in New York, and if I listen to the radio or something, every now and again you'll hear it if you listen to like the late night show or like the early morning show, but it's like the prime hours you don't really hear like up and coming artists who are from New York. But I know Atlanta, they put their people on, they be like, yo, nah, fresh out of Atlanta, representing the A. Like they rep for the joint.
I feel like Atlanta has the strip clubs too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I feel like once you break in the strip clubs, like you automatically go on the radio and it's breaking somewhere else too. Like,
even during COVID.
Atlanta been open. Atlanta been open.
Like, what's coronavirus? Okay, we're going to brunch.
Like, it's funny you say that because that's what made me move to New York, because my music is not really. If you're not really popping in the clubs and strip clubs, chances are you
down
really
south,
not.
right?
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You really not going to get heard like that. Yeah, you may be on an underground scene, but you're not going to really break through because a lot of the artists will pay the DJs at the strip club, play this song. And if the women who are stripping like it, they're going to put that in rotation. Then the word gets out, then it gets to the radio. In New York, still, you think?
I don't know.
To a certain extent, yeah. If you go to a strip club, you may not hear. You may hear a record break in the strip club before you do radio in Atlanta. Oh. Then it's popping on the streets. I'm not saying all the time now. I'm not from Atlanta because I don't want anybody from Atlanta to be like, hey, but I've been in situations where people say, yo, I first heard this record in the strip club or at the club. Then the radio caught on. It was like, because the streets speak for it, like, yo, this song is dope. That's how radio really works. Like,
I'm thinking, I think I got a strip club.
If you
do?
Ain't nobody buzzing it tonight, guys.
No, like on the new joint, the new music. So it's like women empowerment. Like, of course you want women empowerment. You know what I'm saying? Shake your cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what you say in the song?
No, I don't say that. It's women empowerment.
Shake your cheeks. I am. Shake your cheeks.
Y'all so weird.
Make it a good one. Make it a good one.
Yo, I'm done.
I'm taking all the
production. Y'all. I'm so mad. No, that's the shit though. Like, Chelsea, I don't mean we skipping subject, but I do like, yo, make it a good one. Like, I'll be like, yeah.
Look, that's the dance move right there.
I swear to God, make it a good one.
You
gotta like the bounce with it, because I be dancing and shit, and then you give out good ass advice. So,
thank you.
That's a fact.
Thank you.
Yes. So, Chelsea, like, what is like the momentum behind making dope ass content? Because you got the I Am vlog series going.
Somebody watches.
Yeah, I watched the last one for sure, and I like the anesthetics of the New York, because I feel like I'm in New York every time I watch your shit. That's why I like fuck with artists from New York, because I love New York City. I really do. So I just like
the momentum behind it. So the Make It a Good One has been around for years. I fell off due to everything happening with COVID, and just like I feel like there was a certain number of months where I just didn't have the motivation, and I was out of my own schedule. Because I don't know if you remember, like, Make It a Good One before COVID, it always happened in the morning. It was always pretty much the same time, like, because it was a part of my schedule.
It was.
Now that I'm like in the house more, I don't want to pull up in my pajamas. You feel me? Like, so I had to get, dead ass, like, so I had to get into a momentum. So,
all right, so make it up.
So now I'm like, it's a part of my exercise routine. So I have to do it like before or after I exercise or whatever. But as far as the content, I read a lot. I love biographies. I love documentaries. I'm in my word a lot. I'm in 2 different Bible studies right now.
Oh, wow.
So between those 3, I would say biographies, documentaries, and like literally the Bible. I feel like those 3 things like inspire Make It a Good One. But as far as I Am the vlog series, that basically was something I always wanted to do. Some of that footage is like really old, especially from the first episode. That's old. But I never had the time to actually put it together. But because of COVID and we're in quarantine, I feel like I have more dedicated time to just edit everything and like put it out there. And I always try to make it less than 7 or 8 minutes so I can capture people. Like, get this nugget and be out. You know what I'm saying? So, and honestly, like I really feel like I see a lot of cool stuff, and I want to share it. Like I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. A lot of stuff I see is normal because I live in New York, but it's not normal for other people. So I wanted to capture it.
That's true. Probably like the times when you have to sit on the train and people watch, Chelsea.
Yeah, do that.
Write a little diary.
Yeah, Mama Alicia.
Yeah, for real. But that's dope though, because I think your fans want to see Chelsea behind the mic. Even like if you say, okay, let me get in my my pajamas real quick and do this, it's like, okay, well, at least you're keeping it real. I'm serious. It's dope though. I just love it. So keep coming up with those artistic and creative ways to feed your fans, because during COVID-19, that's like the most important time to be throwing out hella content. Just do it. Because I know in Chicago, we just do shit. We just be doing shit.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
For sure. Also, this was not planned, but I have to get into it. Ted, you dropped a single in the beginning of the year, Cheers,
I did.
featuring the lovely Chelsea over here rapping word. Like, you know what I'm saying? Talk about that single first, because I got some more questions after that.
So the song Cheers is a celebration. I wrote it probably like November. Just because I was recapping just everything that went on within the year. And I was like, man, it's really been an up and down kind of year. With like, even like, because I went from touring, and thank God I was able to finish the first half of the tour. And I was going to like out of state, like, you know, if you guys follow me, for those who don't, like I was hitting up like Toronto, Atlanta, DC, like back to back.
Yeah, I remember.
So don't forget Oakland,
LA, all them joints. So to go from that, and I was in Chicago for a bit. So to go from all of that to then having that be cut to like, yeah, now you can't do absolutely anything, going nowhere. So it was a real up and down song, and it just really you know, I mean, a really up and down year. So it just forced me to put that into a song. So when I wrote it, it was a celebration because I knew New Year's was coming up. So what I did was I sent the track to Chels, because typically, like within our group, that's what we'll do. We'll be like, yo, what you think of this record? Like, what you think of this draft? Should I add something? Should I take something away? So I sent it to Chels. First thing she put was a bunch of flame emojis and was like, hey, so you gonna let me get on this? I was like, sure. And then she was like, all right. So I sent her the beat. She gets on the joint and
killed it.
She sends me the joint back. And I think I had asked, I was like, are you gonna rap with her or sing? And she didn't even respond.
I did?
No, you didn't. When I get the track back, she sends me the joint and I'm like, nah, this joint type slap. So then from there, because initially I wasn't even planning on dropping it New Year's Day. I was just like, yo, I just want to, you know, get it to probably be an intro to the EP. But then I remember talking with her and a few others. They was like, yo, this is like that'd be a prime time to drop it. Mm-hmm. So this is like early November now. So I'm like trying to piece everything together. And I'm like, all right, how I'm gonna do this within 2-3 weeks? So like my boy mixed and mastered it. I shot it, you know, sent it out to all platforms, put a pre-save on there, sent it out to like all, going back to the first topic, radio stations and connections that I had. And, you know, January 1st, it dropped. January 3rd, that Sunday, it played on Hot 97 in the morning. And then the next day, I believe, the 4th, it played on Sway in the mornings, the A&R room on Shade 45. Shout out to Rich Nice.
Yes.
And shout out to DJ Tony Tone on Hot 97. So like it all just came together, and it was like, for me, that was a great way to start the year off, because it was like, man, it was an up and down 2020. But I'm starting 2021 off right. And then like cats really like feeling the record. Like I seen a lot of people celebrating to it. It was like, nah, man, I just want to pop a little champagne and just, you know, be a wine connoisseur to it or something. So it's love, like, you know, and I think it's just beautiful when stuff like that just all comes together, even if it's like last minute and you feel nervous or have anxiety about it.
Yeah, definitely. Those be the best moments sometimes when you're really nervous. But Chelsea, what made you come up with the idea to go ahead and just be an MC?
A lot of people don't know, like, I rap, but I just don't put it out there.
I write all her raps.
Oh, you're a liar.
You lying.
Like the lies.
I'm joking. I don't.
I rap, but I think the thing is, like, I respect the art so much, is that I think at one point I might have put in my bio rapper by request. Because I only really rap on features. I've never done it as like, this is just an I Am Chelsea, I Am release, which both of them have been like, you need to like put out rap music.
Yeah, you do.
I just, you know what it is? I respect lyrics, and I feel like I have such a love for words that it also just evolves into me rapping. I feel like there's more room sometimes for wordplay and rapping. And I hear certain beats and I'm like, I really want to rap on this because I want to add more words. Like, I don't want to mess with melodies. I just want to go straight for the punches. But yeah, I rap. I just don't put it out there like that, except for like on features. You might hear a little something on this one too.
I'm gonna get to all this music, but I just have a burning question that I've been wanting to ask for a minute. I saw a footage, I think it was on Descendants page, where y'all was on the streets of New York, and y'all, that's when I first saw you rap, and I'm like, word? Like, that was like my first initial thought.
Vibes.
See?
Oh, yeah, it went before on 120th Street in Harlem. Yeah. That was our first time.
That was a fun night.
That's our first time together.
That was dope.
Like all three of us. We already had Love You and Used To.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I mean. Like all three of us.
And I think I have one or two more songs with you where I am rapping that just are unreleased.
We have. I put like this. There's a lot of records with like me and Descendant or me and Chelsea or us three. We just haven't released it yet.
It's just in, on the hard drive.
You know the creative process. It'll just be like, we'll have the music and cats be like, and it's funny because they'll all ask,
why you look like it's problematic?
when y'all dropping the record together? And they be like, no, we going to. We got it in the stash.
Yeah.
It's in the chamber.
I got something to say. I really feel like, I don't know if nobody ain't told y'all yet or whatever, but can't y'all see y'all a group? I'm serious. And groups, they go their separate ways, do their own things, and then they come back together, you know?
I don't know. That could be possible. I mean, honestly speaking, they Architect and Chelsea been working together way before I even came in the picture. Because I've only been in New York for 4 going on 5 years now. So I met Chelsea first through a mutual friend. Then she invited me to open mic, and that's how I met Tech. And we became like, grew into a family pretty much. So they have, their chemistry is a lot more tighter than me, as far because they been going on tour and working together. Like I was down south, I came up to New York, but I didn't know them.
Right.
So I think that's where, because I think this past year and a half, where we started to really like perform and like record music. So, because beforehand we hung out so much, people was like, yo, why you don't? But it's like it's a creative process.
Like that right now.
You know what I'm saying?
We get that question all the time. And even like we have another friend named James. He just moved to LA. Shout out to James. Amazing pianist, producer. So the 1, 2, 3 of us, we had like a separate sort of entity called the Feast. So we always be like the Firm, Fugees, Feast.
Yes! Oh yes! I wanted to say it, but I'm like, they ain't gonna, no, they ain't ready. They ain't ready.
Come on, man, I'm
ready.
A little bit, you know what I'm saying? But like, that was sort of like a performance-based entity. Like we started working on music, but it just never, like, again, something sit on the hard drive. But I mean, it's nothing to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think sometimes we take each other for granted, like how much we just see each other.
I hear you.
Because if I could be like, yo, let me just call Tech and let it be on track. Let me just call Chelsea. But like, we have the music. We just haven't, like, we all three working on separate projects right now.
Honestly though, like we, technically speaking, we probably could put together like a group EP just off tracks and collabs.
Actually, like right now.
Right now.
Yeah. I'm sorry. If y'all do that, don't tell me, just do it. I'm serious. I want to like scream on my own time or whatever, like, because I just feel like y'all, I don't know if y'all can't see it. I always thought, like, in the beginning when I first met y'all, I already saw the star status or whatever. And I'm just saying this now because just doing this for so long and seeing people where they go afterwards, y'all are definitely somebody. What would you name your group? You welcome. What would you name your group?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know, because I literally just texted him a few days ago a separate idea, like, yo, me and you should do this.
Yeah.
Really?
And I already have a separate, I'm not going to say nothing because it's a
it ain't out yet.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Nobody.
I'm sorry. This shit cold.
I don't know what we would call it.
Yeah.
Because then also the three of us, along with 2 other New York artists, have a collective called the Rebel 120, and we've been hosting open mics up here. And we've also been talking about with the other 2 artists, well, eventually we want to do a mixtape with them. Like, it's a bunch of moving pieces.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? And we're going to declare it here first. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. We need to have one of them Dreamville sessions where we lock in for like a week and just work on music.
Now would be the perfect time.
Dope.
That's a good idea, man.
That would be dope.
That's honestly a good idea.
That'd be dope as hell. Y'all would be so infused. It would be ridiculous.
Social distance.
Put mask on.
But yeah, but we say all that to say we definitely individually have a lot of solo stuff coming together, but also group wise, like 2021, 2022, expect to see a lot of Architect featuring I Am Chelsea, I Am Descendant featuring I Am Chelsea, I Am Architect. I Am Chelsea, I Am featuring Descendant and Architect. So like expect to see a lot of like
in the near future.
Cross platforms.
The very near future.
Very near future.
Very near.
Yeah, you said very near future, but let me just add one more thing in there. Between the three of y'all got hella fans in between y'all three. So if y'all just you all merging together like this, you have more fans. And then it's so weird because it's like y'all can just go separate and do your own thing. I Am Chelsea, Tech, Descendant, and people will still follow that. Like, no, they'll come back together eventually. Then y'all come back.
I feel like it happens to an extent. And the only reason I say that is because like, at least I know amongst the three of us, we're very good about sharing great news.
Yeah.
Tech just got posted on Papooses.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Descendant just released a project, and I just put it on my playlist. Like anytime they have something going on, I'm posting it. And I know the same happens for Descendant and Tech. Anytime I have something going on, they put it like. So we already like sort of intermingling, at least on IG. But like I agree with you. There's more we probably could be doing.
Yeah, but like you said, it's all about timing. So ain't no pressure, ain't no rush. Whenever y'all do it, just know I thought of it first. No swear.
and look, I'll put it like this. We're at it, like I know we like cross promote each other so much that you can Google one of our artist names, and I promise you the photos of other two will come up.
That's
if you Google Architect, you'll see I Am Chelsea, I Am Descendant. They're not even me, but their face, their profiles will come up, even on like YouTube and stuff. I've noticed. So like, it's just
like related videos.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Descendant, not to cut the conversation short, but I have to ask you because you just came out with a new single called "Out of My Face."
Oh, I like that. Do that again.
Out of my face.
I like that.
Chelsea was like, making a good one out of my face. I'm so silly.
She giving y'all good TikTok dance.
I'm telling you.
Okay, let's do it.
Go
out of my face, like.
I like that. That's like
I do it in the video, the dance that I made up, but the video's coming soon though.
You made a dance out of it?
A little bit. I do it a little bit in the video I got coming up.
Yeah,
y'all don't know Descendant already got a dance.
Shoulders.
Yeah, Descendant.
Oh, that's what I'll be doing.
Perform,
especially
if you ever see Descendant perform, you always keep it here. Be more you.
Especially be more.
You and
it's
a bounce. It's a bounce.
Them shoulders be on the scale,
it's that
man.
South bounce.
You a Libra?
Yeah. He's gonna say you a Libra. You so silly. I'm mad at that.
But yeah, I just released a new single "Out of My Face" on Tuesday. Everyone releases music on Friday now, but I wanted to take it back to when music used to be on Tuesdays. And just throwback. And on top of that, I don't want to compete with major artists on Friday. So it's like, ain't nothing going on Tuesday. Why not release the single on there? So I'm very excited about it. It's a complete 180 from my last project or last singles that you heard. It's a little bit more aggressive, but up tempo.
Yeah.
More Southern, I feel, where I'm from. And I'm just very excited about it. It's because I love, performing like energetic songs. So I can't wait to perform this. And the music videos coming next Thursday.
6 days. 6 days from now.
On it. Yes, 6 days. So I'm excited about that too. And this new project I got coming out, Mentally Drained. This is Out of My Face is the first single. So I'm very excited about that as well.
Good. So is that it's got to be therapeutic for you, to get that crap out of your head and onto some paper.
That is a very great statement. Yes, that's what pretty much, for the past 2.5 years, that's what it was. Just a therapy session and being mentally drained and feeling like an outcast. So that's what a lot of the songs come from. Frustration, anger, being even depression, all of that, COVID, death, all of those things. And I just put it, like you said, on a sheet of paper and just let it go in the studio.
So with your next project coming out, I mean, is it gonna be an album or you trying to do a mixtape? What we doing?
It's the EP. It's like seven joints,
Cool.
6 songs, one interlude.
Wow.
I'm gonna try to do a video for every song. I'm gonna try to,
Whoa.
depending on how the budget is.
Okay.
So, but I already got the first 3 singles that's coming out. So I'm very excited about this project. It's something I want to get off my chest. It's one of those type projects. Like I've been wanting to say this for a minute. And when people try to put you in a box because they think you're one type of artist or one type of subject matter, is like, nah, this is gonna blow it out the water. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
More kudos to you. When is the next single coming out? I know I'm all over the place.
No, it's all good. The next single should be out by next month. Next month, within a month, the next single should be out, and it's featuring a special guest. So you'll see who that is when it comes out.
See,
Man, I ain't get nothing from him. I'm like,
Sesame Street. What you doing?
jump in the screen. This ain't 3D.
The letter today is A. Like,
what you say, Chelsea?
I said, is it Sesame Street? Like,
God, please, you're so funny.
The letter today.
Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all go in a second, but Chelsea, I gotta ask you a question.
mhm.
Your shirt, I know that's probably Sade, but you got
It's
merch.
actually no Allegra. she was on her side like on that, but this is from the last project. Actually, I got this when we was in California when I went to her release party.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Not too bad.
that was BC before COVID. We was on tour. Oh man,
Man, that sounds like the life right there.
Raw
Yeah.
air, breathing raw air.
uh-huh.
I tell you,
Right.
it wasn't raw air when I
Who
went
was walking out raw?
in October. Where we out here breathing raw. Just
Mm-mm.
can't
No,
do that.
silly.
Taste the air. Taste the air.
Yo.
Okay, you had a question.
I did. My question was to you, Chelsea, is the new merch you got out with your face on there. What made you come up with that dope ass design? Because it's dope as
Yeah,
fuck.
you said that too.
Oh, thank you.
Nah, that was my idea too.
It wasn't like honestly, it was an idea of another friend of mine. So like I literally just repurposed photography that I had from A Beautiful Mess and put
Yeah.
a mask on it. Like it's literally the same, but it's like to me, it sort of represented like this is what it was and like this is what it is right now. Because honestly, like I can just be 100% clear and just be like, I felt like 2019, like everything was just up, everything was going up in my favor. Like I was playing these huge festivals. I knew y'all was gonna do that. Then it's stuck. I played Blue Note here in New York, which is like a venue I've been trying to get into for a while. Like I was in all these different festivals.
She killed it, by the way.
Thank you. I was on and off the road for tour Toronto. Like we did 4 different cities in California, and then 2020 hit, and it was just like,
No, I hate that.
damn. So like literally like right now as we speak, I'm like, I need to not only get back to that, I need to like exceed where I was. Like it needs to be 2019 on steroids again.
And one by one, gigs started getting canceled. Cause I remember we were supposed to, COVID happened with middle March. We were supposed to come back to Chicago in, I think, first week of April. We had 2 gigs playing. One
and
at
I
a
kept
hotel.
telling him I wasn't going. He was like, nah, it's gonna pass. I'm going.
Yeah, look, I was like, this was paid gigs. I was like,
It definitely was paid.
I said,
And it
yo.
was nice too.
I
It
said,
definitely
yo,
was cute.
they didn't cancel yet. Luckily we didn't buy plane tickets yet. I was like, yo, I'm still down to go.
Yo, you were so hard-headed, bro.
I was going out like that.
If you don't know, like he's extremely hard-headed. It's I was like, yo, we're not going. Yo, it's still not closed. Like, we're not going, bro. It's closed.
I had a show
I
that
would've went.
week. That
You sound like
they
me.
shut everything down. I had a show that week, and they shut everything down on the week of my show, and I was.
I had
I
3
remember
shows
that.
in Texas. One of which was South by Southwest. I was doing a writing camp, and it was gonna be my first time in South by Southwest.
That's probably
I was
gonna be back
super
open next year.
And I had 2 other shows in Texas gone, but I had already booked my flight. That was middle of March.
Mhm.
So I have family down there. My great aunt and my cousins live down there. So I went down there. It was good to just see them
I
anyway.
know.
But I had 3 whole ass shows like gone.
That's messed up or whatever. But
Mhm.
I know a lot of disappointments all y'all had during the pandemic, but a lot of you all, but all of y'all put in work somehow. And that's why we talking to each other right now. Because I literally just saw this right here. I didn't know what that was, but I see y'all. So
and let me real quick. Let me, I feel like we all good now, like with the music. But I'm not gonna lie, musically for me, it was rough because I'm so used to being active, like you was all saying, like being on tour, performing, and all that. You know what I mean? Like I'm more of a when on stage, I know I can handle business because that's my element. So like to go from that to now having that being taken away and I was always I'm gonna build up the social media because niggas gonna see me and I'm like, yo, he don't let me get you follow. So from going from that to now being forced to work on who is architect when he's not on stage.
Yeah.
Not only just in the music, but like can you still have your presence be felt? So now I'm forced to step it up on social media. I'm forced to be more active on online things or like, you know what I mean? Like are people just going to forget about me as a creative or as an artist because they don't see me in person, or can I still make my presence known? So, like I said, there was a lot of highs and lows. There was a couple times I was like, I don't even want to rap no more, man. But it got to a point where, and I credit not only just like the homies here, but like the circle that I keep around me, just to like stay motivated, stay active. And, I feel like that's what we all have been doing. That's why everyone's been working on new music. I've heard a lot of the records that some of them have been worked on, and it's a lot of heat coming.
And I definitely just to say off of what he said, like I just definitely want to give both of these gentlemen the credit to continue to motivate me because I feel like the better that they get, the better they push me. Because I'm like, yo, how'd you do that? Oh, okay. Well, what you think about like? And what I will say, another thing is pretty cool is like I feel like we sort of manage each other.
Yeah, you do.
Like, yo, that's wild.
Yeah, it's dope. It's raw.
No, we'll keep it a buck. If something's not hitting, you be like,
I know, I love it.
I had Chelsea in I was gonna say in the studio, in my little home studio the other day, and it's one of the many tracks we got coming up, and so I'm doing like certain I guess ad libs or background sounds, and as I'm recording it, Chelsea's whole face just changed. She was like, I don't know about that right there, bro. I don't know about that. And I'm like, you can't nah, but when it's, let me hear it once you do it. I don't know about that.
Do that shit.
But it's like, that to me, a lot of people keep yes men around them. We don't. No. We'll be blunt, not in like a malicious way. Or like, not a trash. And then we're not going to do that. But if we're not feeling it, we're going to let it be known why. But then we'll also add on to like, here's what if this is what you're trying to go for, here's what I think you can try to do to get that type of idea that you had. Because right now it's not hitting.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. For me, the past year, I feel like a lot of people slowed down. I feel like I sped up a lot.
Oh, really?
I feel like I hit the ground running even more. Although I do like, oh, wow, okay.
No, I do. He hit the ground running. I feel like I hit the ground.
Jesus.
There's
a bar somewhere in there.
It is. That is a bar.
It is.
But also, being that show slowed down, like I just found a way to start doing live stream. Like I just like, cause my birthday, I was like, man, I usually want to do this. Let me try live stream. Let me just do that. Let me perform at parks. Let me do that. Like I had one of the biggest, I feel like 2020, although running a lot of pain, but I had one of the biggest years ever in my career because I was on Sway in the Morning. I was on two compilation projects nationwide. Like the two producers that I was working with are like working with Pete Rock and working with Pharoah Monch and Big Sean. And and Nas, the person who did Out of My Face has producer credit with Nas and Big Sean.
Oh, that's nice.
And so for me, I feel like it was just like another launching pad of opportunity to take advantage of what's going on. So for me,
And if you don't mind me saying this, and I've said this to him before, something about the tone of his rap changed. And I mentioned to him, I was like, yo, you don't hear that?
I heard it.
Something about his voice is heavier and grittier. And it's a great thing, like to know him and then to hear the evolution. I'm like, yo, what you going through? Because I can hear it. You just get on the track, like damn near on some barking, like going hard. Like it's just like
that's a little bit of that COVID in it.
Oh, dang!
Y'all so silly.
COVID involved? Maybe a cold, but not COVID.
Right.
I heard that though, what Chelsea just said, because remember, I don't know if I said it to you out loud because I be in my head a lot, but I just remember you sounded mad different on, it was Survival.
Yeah.
I think it was the first one I heard too.
Black Survival. Yeah. I did with Dukes and my man Battle Axe.
And then what about that other song you put out that you said, oh, I had this song out. I'm just, putting it back out there for throwback. It was a joint you went hard as hell on. You like not mean, but like just aggressive, like almost like barking and shit. And I was like, I think I hit you up. I'm like, yo, you need to use that tone more. That shit was raw as hell, I promise.
I'm trying to remember what song you, because I remember you saying that. I'm just trying to remember the song.
Oh.
Maybe it would have been like a freestyle or something like that I did. I'm not.
It was a freestyle.
The freestyle I did to Welcome to the Terror Dome.
Yep, that's exactly what
I actually sent that to Chuck. He liked it. He didn't play it on the radio, but he did like it.
See, I told you.
Yeah. You did say that. I remember that.
So like Descendant, probably what you need to do is get some stress balls, get that shit out. I'm serious. Like box, do whatever you need to do, and just get it out because your shit is changing. Like your tone is changing for the better.
Thank you. Yeah, you said it, and Chelsea, y'all are the first two people who actually come out and say that. Honestly, it's just when you have so much on your mind, so much on your that you need to get off your chest. I'm not paying attention. I'm just like, I just need to get this shit out. This needs to be heard. I know I'm not the only one who feel this way. That's why I was like 2020, people was like, oh man, I can't do this, I can't do that. I was like, no, fuck that. This is a opportunity for me to say what I want to say. Not to say I didn't say that before, but I think some of the music that I put out, people put me in a box of this, or he's this type.
You talked about that.
Yeah. In the last interview we did, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, like I got a lot of shit. I just choose not to say it. But this album, or this EP rather, I choose to say it. So I think that's why I came out aggressive like that. And again, it just really built up frustration and just letting it out in the booth. So that's why I'm really excited for everyone to hear this, even with the Out of My Face and really in the music video for that. I'm just really excited to where I'm at creatively.
You should be, because that's what caught my attention is the damn title, Out of My Face. I'm like, this from Descendant? Hold on, let me go see. I'm like, oh, okay. He got some shit on his chest.
Right, yeah, for real. Yeah, that song definitely helps. So I can't wait to perform that next time I perform, whenever that is.
That's gonna be dope. That's what's up. And yeah. The Papoose. How did you feel when Shamil Mackey posted you the other day, Tech?
I'm gonna be honest, all that, like, it happened so quick and everything. It was just, I was up late night and I was bored, and I'm looking on IG and I forgot who it was. Somebody I follow did the challenge, and I was like, so I clicked the link to the hashtag, the Papoose challenge. So I'm like, all right, let me peep that. So I'm seeing Cass rap over the beat. So then I go to his page and I see what he did, where he was like pulling the cereal boxes out. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's dope. Like, I've always been a fan of Papoose, you know what I mean? So then I'm like, yo, like what I said, I'm using this COVID season as a chance to like, yo, let me take up some of these, because there's always been times people like, yo, bro, I want you to get on this rap challenge. When they did the So Brooklyn challenge, when they did all of these things, I've never got on none of them, because I'm just like, I don't want to waste no bars, man. Like, I want to, if I'm, and it's like, I don't know if it's,
I do the same.
Because I'll be like, yo, I'll write something and I'll be like,
I can use
this is something I want, this is something I want people to stream, man. Or down.
Wasting my time on damn chat.
But, I was looking at it from one aspect. So, this time around, I was just like, yo, let me just do this joint.
I got a challenge. And listen to my music. Stream my song.
But look,
that's my shit. Buy my merch.
But it also was fun.
No disrespect. I'm not saying.
When I did it, I just dropped it, and I typically try not to drop things late night like that, because I think I dropped it like 2 a.m.
But that's you.
So from there, I'm just like, all right. So I would wake up, and then I'm seeing a lot of people like feeling it with, comments like, yo, fire, da da da. So I think I had just put, yo, tag Papoose, see if he see it. Papoose got like 2 million followers. I'm like, he probably not gonna see it, but you give it a shot, whatever. And I guess him and his team seen it, and then like he was putting up like, yo, who was the best out of so and so people, and like he was putting slides on. So
I saw it.
So then some like I told some people, I was like, yo, don't say I'm the best, yo, go put my name. But then some people was also like, who I didn't know was like, yo, nah, and it was at me because I kept getting my mentions. It was like, yo, nah, he killed that joint, and I actually like got followers from that. So
That's fire.
it was like, and even from there, like anyone who commented that they like my joint, I made sure to follow up. But like, I would like what they said, and I would comment like, y'all definitely appreciate that, y'all. Then if they follow back, I'll write back again like, yo, if you can, I got a new single out called Cheers. You know, no pressure. I'd love if you could check it out, see if you're feeling it too and whatnot. But I was like,
love that you reshared it because you had new followers. Like, I need to share the Cheers again.
Yeah. And that was what I thought because I was like, I don't know how many people gonna be looking at my stories.
That's called social media 101, by the way.
Social media. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. Tell that. Yeah.
Once I seen my like more people be on my stories at that moment, and I was at work, and I seen people like my mentions and likes going on. I was like, in case anyone's going to my page, I want them to know, all right, he got a single out right now. So that's why I reposted it. I was like, Cheers out now, link in my bio, and so it's like it was dope. Like I don't know where it's gonna go, but I know I'm gonna try to make the best of that moment to shine. You know what I mean? Try to monopolize on it and just be appreciative that I would. And this is wild too. I can show you the DM. He wrote me.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he
What
wrote
he
me.
say?
Nah, he was just like, yo, I see you working out here, homie, or something like that. And then no, it wasn't like the other rapper. I ain't gonna name drop it. It wasn't like
the other rappers
no.
I got DMs from.
He didn't give me no pitch or nothing like that. It was just like, it seemed like genuine love. And then right after that, he posted my personal video on his stories.
Yeah,
But
I saw that.
It's on there, yeah. But then I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna name drop, but there has been a rapper who hit me up and then he was like,
I got rappers.
Yeah, he was like,
it's a thing. Like, it's more than one.
I don't know, maybe COVID hit.
It's R&B singers and rappers.
I just know
they hit up. They prey on independent artists, and they're like, "You want to slide on my mixtape? Pay $500."
Thank you.
But these are like, and I ain't gonna name them.
I will.
I ain't gonna.
Y'all can name drop because it's not fair that they preying on underground or independent artists like that anyway. And some people ain't say who they really are anyway. They just give me your money and I'll put you on this mixtape. I'm a DJ, so.
You're right, but that right there is why I did appreciate, like I said, when Papoose did that, and this is his birthday today. Like I wrote him, I wrote him back in his drum when I seen it was his birthday. I was like, you have a born day king, you know. Try to be genuine with it.
I actually met him too back in 2018. He was really nice.
He seemed like
him and I opened up for Remy Ma.
I told him I'm from New York too.
Get that New York.
I said, hey, you know, I had to put on for New York lyrics.
Hell yeah.
You didn't tell him we're from New York.
Okay, y'all. Look, I got
because I'm not from Brooklyn.
Exactly.
He'll probably unfollow. I'm the east side. Unfollow.
I'm out of here.
Report spam.
Okay, so
yeah, it's been good.
Well, I had a question. I mean, I got something to tell you that when I looked at the challenge, the freestyle challenge, I looked at everybody's or whatever, and yours was the one that stood out to me, even if I didn't know you, because you actually was doing a freestyle across the room. You was like picking up shit like, and then doing this and doing that. And everybody else had their shit in front of them, like, okay, I'm gonna pick this up first, I'm gonna pick this up second, I'm gonna pick this up third.
Yeah.
Yours wasn't pre-planned, it wasn't premeditated.
Yeah. Nah, it was just, I legit, when I seen the challenge, I was eating a bowl of cornflakes.
Yeah, I saw.
And so when I was like, all right. And so I started off where my television was and I clicked the instrumental. And that was when the first thing you see, the instrumental has Pap's face. So first thing I think of was, all right, let me rhyme with Papoose. And then I went from there to everything I was just looking at. And I did a few different takes of it. It wasn't like I was using the same words or whatever, but it was like I did a couple, like at least 2 or 3 different ones until I felt like one was like, I like this one. And then I just dropped it and, you know, it went where it went.
That's funny. If Papoose find you again and sign you, that would be dope because him and Remy Ma are real people. Like they real. They pick up on vibes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Those are people I try to tend to keep myself around because I don't have time for the other crap. Like, I'm just saying though, but Descendant, you had a good point. You were saying social media 101. Like, how do you get people to follow you without harassing them to come follow you, so to speak? Like, what are your tips on that? Your advice to other artists?
It's about building a relationship.
Yep.
It's about having a conversation. It's all about pitch. How do you present yourself? Are you trying to sell something, or are you trying to get to know someone? They already know you're an artist, so it's just like, it's all the way how you come off. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, the way I come off to people, then I'll get that. Well, anything you got coming, make sure you tag it. Make sure you send it to me. Make sure you do this. So that's how I get the incentive to do what I do, so it don't come off as I'm spamming people. And it's most of the time it's people that I have. If it is spamming, it's most of the time people that I actually have a relationship with, that I talk to, that I actually conversate. And if you go on my posts, I actually have a conversation with these people. I actually respond to these people. I actually also support whatever they got going on my stories at the same time. So it's almost like we are a community at the end of the day.
That's right.
It's all about upliftment and encouragement. If I think you're talented, if I like the song, I don't give a damn what other people say. I'm going to repost it. I'm going to share it. I'm going to do what I do on my social media. And I think that's how you create a community and a fan base at the same time. Like, for instance, the fan who found us from Sway in the Morning, she lives in London.
Whoa.
And her birthday was that day.
Wow.
She heard us from Sway in the Morning, but she was having a bad day. And she heard our song Darkest Day, and it made her want to move and to push on. Because she has a son, and his son, she's a single mother, you know what I mean? And raising a son in London and all of these things. And we build a relationship, not just with me, but the other artists and other producers. So anytime I got something coming up, she's always commenting, she's always sharing. And if she does say something on my stories, hey, how your son doing? It doesn't take much just to build and have a short conversation with someone. That's how you build relationships.
I think to piggyback on what he's also saying is, I think that's what a lot of people don't do. Independent artists, like they'll get a lot of likes, a lot of comments, and they'll be like, yeah, yo, I'm getting numbers. Or maybe they just don't respond at all. But I've learned, and from either talking with these folk or just from what I've seen, when you actually engage with your audience, they're more likely to it almost feels like, wow, you really took time to reach out to me, to hit me back, to like if somebody's put, yo, this is fire, like I like this track. And then if you write back, yo, thank you, I appreciate that. Or something small like that. They'll be like, wow, you really took time to reach out.
And showing your personality, man. I think that's important. Instead of saying, listen to my song, here's the link. Like that's what motherfuckers do. And
they do.
You won't listen to it because you got Fat Joe on it. No, motherfucker, like who are you? Like,
thank you.
So, right. Show your person. Are you funny? Like, do you like working out? Do you like drawing? Do you like makeup? Do you like shoes? Show that other size of you and but add your music to it. Add your video about it. Do a funny skit. Like, you got to be creative.
That's true.
And not just with music, paintings or whatever like that. You got to show different sides of yourself so people get to know, because that's what it's all about.
So
you got to sell yourself. You got people want to know who you are. Yeah. What's up?
Like, how did you? Well, I got one last question. I promise I'm gonna let y'all go. But Descendant, like, how did you feel when the kids were dancing to your song on the Zoom?
I cried.
Send a little kids.
Yeah.
I cried because the kids, it was a church back in when I used to live in Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
These kids have learning development disabilities. So, and the organization, it was a church, but they're teaching kids about love through Christ, and also not letting their learning development disabilities affect the dreams that they have. So that's why they did the challenge. And they usually meet up at the church, but of course with COVID. They all did like we're doing now on Zoom. So when I seen it, I cried because it's like, yo, you as artists, we don't know the impact that we truly have. Unfortunately,
Amen.
even the artist, like my favorite artist is Tupac, I don't think he knew the impact that he had, because after he was gone, then people started gravitating to more. And that's what I struggle with. And that's what we struggle with as an artist, right? We don't know who's listening. We don't know if people really care. We don't know if people are getting the message. We don't know. So that was just a confirmation for me that, like, all right, it does mean something to me, you know what I'm saying? Or to someone else. It is reaching people that because I would have never imagined, you know, people with learning disabilities or learning development issues would dance to my song, would like it. I had even had a kid who was rapping my verse. It was a little kid. I used to do that with other famous. I'm not even famous, you know what I mean? So I cried when I saw that. Like, it meant the world to me. And I talked to the lady who runs the organization. She said, thank you. They were learning about Black history, and they started the conversation with that song, and it made everyone dance.
That was so nice.
It was powerful, man. It was powerful.
Yeah, I saw all that. It was just dancing. I'm like, that made me feel good. I didn't even read the caption at first. I'm just like, this looked fun.
Yeah, exactly, right? It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. And I needed that personally, so it meant a lot.
Amen. I wish we could do more stuff like that. I mean, yeah, that's dope as hell. Thank you guys so much for giving me your time. I know we talked a long time, but I had a freaking blast talking to y'all. I felt like I was on that couch right there with you.
Nah, thank you for the opportunity, and, you know, always, because I know you and I meant to do an interview a while ago, but I think the timing and the schedules weren't able to match. And this was, like, I think before COVID. This was before, like, I really knew how to Zoom.
Are you 80?
I've never put on my own Zoom.
Are you 80?
It's a damn shame.
They are so funny.
Well, he's an essential worker, so that's probably why, you know.
No, don't give him no excuses.
I'm an
You know,
essential worker.
excuses.
I tried.
Thank you.
tried.
I don't do anything. I work in that.
Y'all are funny.
But also, I'm not gonna say what exactly, but I have a lot of dope stuff coming out specifically, which will be on my Instagram. Like, I'm trying something different. I'm taking experiments, so be on the lookout.
Okay. But
I will also say that on Tuesday, I'm doing a special live stream in Philadelphia. It's very like on a set, like different camera shots, and I'll be performing new music.
Shout out to Scott Smith.
And also, yes, shout out to Creatives Philly. And also on Tuesday, I'll be making a special announcement. And I'll say it here first. On my birthday, April 20th, I'll be doing an exclusive live stream of my new album.
ooh,
And tickets will go on sale on Tuesday.
oh, that's dope. So we gotta buy tickets to watch it on the live stream.
Because it's exclusive music, like it's not even out yet.
Okay, but when? Where? How do we do this?
I will. Everything will come out on Tuesday. Actually, are you part of my newsletter? I'm putting it on my newsletter first.
I know, but I can't be. Where is it?
Just shoot me your email address.
Okay, I got it.
Coming soon.
So
And of course, you know what I'm saying, my new single Out of My Face is out now.
Video dropping this
Thursday, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
March the 11th at 7
March the
p.m. on
11th.
YouTube. My new EP, Mentally Drained, is coming out later this year. And the second single is coming out next month. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, man. It's more hotness, more dope shit coming.
definitely, I look forward to all you guys' project, especially Mentally Drained. I gotta hear that one. So
Yeah, it's fire, man.
I'm just saying, because yeah, I understand. For real. So thank you again, guys. And Chelsea, I'm gonna shoot you my email so I can be on that list to watch the
Hey, shoot me your joint too. I got an email list too.
Okay.
Okay, I got you too. Or you know, we got each other.
I got you.
I'm gonna go to sleep. All right, y'all. Peace out and thank you again.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
For sure.
Stay
Peace
blessed,
out.
yo.
Later.
Bye.